What is up, YouTube?
What is up, YouTube?
Now, if you were here a couple months ago, you probably saw me acquire a new hobby.
2015 Yamaha FZ-07.
In spring of 2024, I decided to sell my project car and buy a motorcycle. And it has been the most fun journey and the biggest learning experience in my life thus far. Now, about a year ago when I started looking into bikes, before I knew anything at all about classes and styles of bikes, I already had my eyes on one. A bike that just had an aura, an undeniable presence anytime I saw it. A machine so raw and so cool, I wasn't even sure I was capable of handling it. Can you guess which one it was? Seriously? No guesses? Gosh, I gotta do everything myself here. Oh! Ah! It's the... Yamaha R6. Debatably the greatest 600cc motorcycle ever to hit the market. And today, thanks to my buddy Harun, and taking his Yamaha R6 for a little test ride.
Woo! Holy crap, this thing is loud.
The Yamaha R6 was released originally in 1999, and even with its discontinuation in 2020, it's been a staple of performance amongst the bike community ever since riders started pushing it to its limits. A 600cc four-cylinder, making around 100 horsepower, ready to tear up any track you put it on. And today, we're taking one out on the street.
Alright guys, so we are going to take the R6 for a little spin. I'm really excited. Woo! Holy crap, this thing is loud. Woo! Okay, let's send it. What the freak?
So getting up close and personal with the R6 here. This is a 2013 Yamaha R6, which is a four-cylinder 600cc motorcycle. And this is a track-oriented bike. A lot of people want to go for this bike just to squid, and they want to get it, and they think it looks cool and it's fast. But this is probably one of the most dangerous bikes you could buy just because of its power and because of how it rides on the road. You can even see here on camera, it is a freaking, this bike goes all the way up to 18,000 RPM. That is such an insane number to have at your disposal. 18,000 RPM under your body is absolutely crazy.
For those of you who don't know, the Yamaha R6 is a track-oriented sport bike. That means low handlebars, a high-angled seating position, and a higher RPM power band.
The three main factors that contribute to making this R6 the greatest it can be is it has a straight pipe exhaust, it has an aftermarket intake, and it also has an ECU flash tune, which when you combine all those things, it gives this thing a crazy horsepower number of around 140 horsepower.
Compare that to something like my MT-07, a two-cylinder naked bike with level handlebars, a smoother seat, and a power band more oriented to the low end for getting around town.
Not including the aftermarket headlights as well as some other cosmetic mods, this bike is absolutely wild.
my gosh. What the frick, dude? Oh, this is so weird. I don't like this. I don't like this. Nah, this is strange. Oh my gosh. I'm actually like floored at how like hunched over this bike is. It's terrible. Do not get one of these if you're trying to ride on the street. On the track, this would be absolutely insane because you're just hitting it the whole time. This is actually insane, dude. Like, oh, my wrist is already dying. This thing sounds so crazy. I don't know what to think.
600s like to go fast, and they also like to corner really hard. What they don't like is hitting stop-go traffic at rush hour. However, if you find yourself in a scenario with an open road and some corners on one of these things, holy, are you gonna be blown away.
What the frick?
These bikes are just next level in how they can attack a course. From the speed they can carry with little to no fatigue on a track, to how hard you can push the engine to its 5-digit RPM range. Aside from the world of 1000cc leader bikes, testing your limits on one of these machines will have you asking yourself, am I worthy? Am I even capable of utilizing this rocket that carried 10 different championship titles to its full potential?
Holy crap, man. What the heck? This thing is so stupid. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like, it's the thing of this thing doesn't want to go anywhere until you're pushing it. And once you're pushing it, oh boy, you better be hanging on. Because this thing is going quick. And oh my gosh, it gets hot. Wow. I could not ride this thing to work. This thing, you're in like Batman mode the whole time. This is crazy. You're so low to the ground. This is actually wild. Whoa, dude! I will say, the weight feels really, really strong. Like, it's heavy. Like, when you go to turn it, it wants to turn. It feels like it's a torpedo that you just hit the launch button and it just wants to go.
On a 600cc, you have to be capable. You have to be in control. Because if you aren't, you could be paying a heavy price. The biggest reason a lot of people can frown upon motorcycle riding is due to its dangers. And when turning your eyes to the R6, this bike is no exception. While most motorcycle fatalities can be attributed to a number of different types of bikes and age ranges, sport bikes share an inherent nature of dancing with the devil in the way riders utilize their performance to endanger their own lives as well as others on the street. Every time you test the capability of an R6, you're putting yourself in a dangerous situation. And you need to know that, because if you try to casually ride one of these monsters, God's gonna have one sweet surprise for you.
This thing is so loud. And that power band really does not kick in until about 10,000 RPM, which is such an insane thing to say. Jeez, yeah. No, this thing's sick, but yeah, that power band, like, your revs don't really start to kick in until about like 12,000, 10,000. Like, you gotta be already moving.
Now, from the perspective of someone with only one riding season under their belt, you might think I'm not the most educated advice you can find when it comes to perceiving something like an R6. But, respectfully,
you know, that's just like your opinion, man.
Having ridden my MT-07 for a full season, to spending less than an hour on an R6, I think I have 2 cents I could share about my experience. Number 1, it's insane. The feelings this bike stirred in me were unlike anything I'd ever felt before. The speed and the power of these bikes are such a different animal compared to anything else I've ever gotten my hands on. I felt like a superhero ripping around town. And number 2, I don't want one. While the R6 is one of my favorite bikes ever created, just the idea of not being able to push this thing to its limit without going to a track legit scares the crap out of me. Every time I left from a stop in first, I felt like I was gonna drop it. And not just because of its riding posture, but because I just had no idea what riding one of these was supposed to feel like. Realistically, I guess if I were to ever review an R6 again, it'd have to be on a track. Wink. Hey guys, Riley here from the future. Thanks for sticking around this long into the video. I appreciate you watching it. I'm sorry this one took forever to get out. I happened to turn 20 while making this video.
Oh my gosh!
And on top of that, I've been working really hard on a massive project that's going to come out next year. Because you stuck around this long, here's a little sneak peek. But yeah, I want to give a special thanks to my friend Harun for letting me ride his R6 in this video. And yeah, if you guys enjoy reviews like this, please give me a comment, a like, and a subscribe. That'd be awesome. And I can hopefully get more of these out once riding season comes along next year. Yeah, peace guys.